I'm going to end up voting for Brown, whether I'm all for that or not. Even if it means crossing the party line this one time. So. Yeah, her and a bunch of others from the church group that she was involved in decided they wanted to go to it, and we gave her approval. And um, you know, from what I understand, traffic had stopped for the pedestrians both ways. And so they were crossing, and just as they were clearing the last lane of cars, this guy came from behind everybody, I guess. Yeah, he didn't want to stop and wait for whatever was going on, so. Also, talking about her past is can be pretty tough and emotional because she didn't deserve any of this, you know. She was a normal, happy, healthy, you know, very energetic kid before her accident and stuff, you know, and she's just trying to enjoy life too and stuff, and then this repeat offender comes along, you know, drunk driver or whatever, and just decides to do what he wants and hits her and another girl and just keeps on going. After she passed the point of where they said she wasn't going to survive and say your goodbyes and stuff, then they were saying that she was still going to just be a vegetable and never get any better. So when it came time to leave the hospital, they were actually suggesting and recommending putting her in a care home, you know, full medical or something, because she had her tubes in her, you know, for feeding and suction and everything else, and her, you know, her throat and stuff, and you don't have to act it out now, hon. But anyways, so they recommended, you know, for our benefit, for the family, it'd be easier if we just put her in a care home, rather than trying to take on the responsibility of caring for ourselves. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't be able to live with myself doing that, and so I brought her home. My business was booming. In fact, when she had her accident, I was making some good money, and I was employing people, and my business was definitely headed in the right direction. But from that day since, I mean, I flew back to Sacramento to be with her when I heard what happened, and I never left the hospital. I was there for 9 months practically. I don't make enough money off IHSS to pay my bills. So I am out there constantly trying to hustle and make the little bit of extra money I need to be able to get by and stuff, you know. So it's a juggling game, you know. Squeezing what I can and make what I can and then be here for her, and it's just, we do that every month. Day by day. I mean, it's not a rich life, but it's a decent life. She's not a patient in a care home like she did something wrong and is locked up. Anyways, even here at home, besides you know, the normal day-to-day things that go on that she's a part of, you know, even if we go somewhere or, you know, or get involved in something, she still gets all her care right here daily. You know, we put her in a stander. She does her walker stuff, goes around an hour or two sometimes. I mean, she's dripping sweat, but she's very motivated. I don't think she would have gotten anywhere if we'd put her in a care home. They would have just kept her at the level they expect her to stay. She deserves more than that. So, being at home is a good environment for her, very stimulating for her, and it gives her a fairly normal life, And it gives us the opportunity to keep working with her to try and get more for her and get her better, where we don't accept that, oh, she's at this level, and so that's what we need to treat her as, So even a care home today would be detrimental to her. I mean, that'd probably be totally depressing to her. But now Meg Whitman, she's really shocked me coming out with this. I just thought she would have a better approach, without like just totally devastating, a certain group of people, like it doesn't matter, I mean, she's got to have some compassion, I would think, or would have thought, but obviously not. Normally, I mean, I've just always trusted the Republicans to be more for, what's best for the people, I mean, I don't really focus so much on all the issues that go back and forth about taxes and stuff, because sometimes we do need more taxes. Sometimes we've got too much. Just always been a diehard Republican, and I've just never really even imagined voting for a Democrat for any reason. I think Meg's idea of killing the HSS program is very dangerous, not just to Barb, but other disabled people out there and stuff that need to feel like they're still living, and they've got a life and stuff, and they can only do that by having the freedom and being at home and stuff like that and being around family. I think Meg's insane. My message to her is, you're forcing me to vote for a Democrat, which I've never done in my life, but, for what she's proposing, it's best for Barb if I go that route. But, I mean, she didn't deserve this, she didn't ask for it, and it definitely changed her life and mine, and, the rest of our family and stuff. It's been challenging and stuff, but, I mean, she deserves every possibility that she can get, to try and have a normal life and be as happy as possible and maybe even get even better, so that's my objective, and that's what I've been trying to accomplish all these years, and for Meg to come along now and try to pull the rug out from under us is crazy. Meg Whitman, if she, managed to pull off what she's proposing, there's a lot of people that depend on this, rely on this program for their very life, as far as a decent life. People need to be able to manage their own lives as much as possible, I don't understand it, because it's not welfare. It's not, a program where you got a bunch of people that maybe are just lazy. This isn't welfare. This is people that physically, for one reason or another, whether it's mentally, when they were born or something, or, an accident or something like that, or just something from an illness, suddenly can't do everything for themselves, but in order to be able to have a life, need this, especially if there's people out there that are willing to help them, if it's a family member like me, or, there's a lot of disabled people out there that have lesser disabilities but still need help, that live on their own or whatever, and there's people out there that decide to become caregivers just to help people like that. And they're not doing it to get rich, because they're only making $9, $10 an hour, but they're doing it because it's something to do, and it's giving back. And so there's another question I have as far as Meg's plan. The very idea of her bringing up this program to attack or get rid of just financially doesn't make any sense, and, as far as being responsible to, the citizens out here that require this or rely on it, that doesn't make any sense at all, So politically don't even make any sense. I don't know where she's coming from. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to end up voting for Brown, whether I'm all for that or not. Even if it means crossing the party line this one time. So.